This is a test 1 with the microphone very close to my face. This is test 2 with the microphone a foot away. This is test 3 with the microphone 3 feet away. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is a test close with the engine running. Test a foot away with the engine running. Test 3 feet away with the engine running. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.